And this is a beautiful page from Monte Cristo, the front page, and a coffee dyed index card for extra writing, for your writing pleasure. And here's a big mathematical book page in a upper corner tuck. And here's a little booklet just resting on top, can be removed and written in. We can use it for tearaways or just for writing in as a notebook or whatever you like. Here is a little collage page, and this is also items that may have been used or found during that time. Some lovely parasols, a beautiful turtleback trunk, and you must have your bicycle shoes. And don't those look comfortable to be riding around in for hours? That's right. Oh, fashion. Fashion was everything back then. And here's a beautiful woman by a lake with a poem. And there's another beautiful picture and poem on the back. This is a flip out. And here we have some more writing space. Here's another lovely little notebook with some old papers in it. I wanted to give you some waxy paper texture feel. Some old music paper, ledger paper for you to design. And here's a little side pocket. I left that empty for you to put your things in. Starting to feel a little guilty. I want you to be able to put things in here too. Okay. Oh, here is, okay. I did a little bit of painting in here with liquid pearls and just put some lavender in here. And a little prompt. This is a tearaway piece of some beautiful calligraphy that was in a ledger. Gorgeous. Burtuck. Some fabric trim. Oh, this is Victorian calling card. Who came? Who came? Sadie? Sadie Reynolds came. Hi, Sadie. Thanks for coming by. Crumpets. All right. I love this picture. This is a picture from an old book. And at first I thought it was old lady walking to the right, but when I look at the feet, it's actually somebody large walking away from you. But I put the word beauty down there, and I thought that was just perfect. I love old ladies. They're the best. They've seen it all, done it all, heard it all, you know? We're going into Vibrance now with a lovely little dangle. And she also houses a beautiful decorated envelope, which has a little advertisement and a little quote in the corner. It's got some beautiful trim on the top. And what do you have inside for us? You have this beautiful advertisement from Victorian era. It does have some writing on the back, so I don't glue those down. And here's an embossed dictionary page. It's for fun, for texture. Some fountain pens. Alrighty. And we have a flip-up, fabric flip-up with some gorgeous lace. This is another one of those beautiful glass buttons. And we have authentic. We have some real note paper here that's been dyed in a place for you to write, and some hand stamping. Little journaling area. Here's the beautiful thin pages from the Sears Roebuck catalog. This is a parchment paper bag that has been folded in half to give you multi-tucks here. And in here we have some beautiful herbal cards, or flower cards, vegetable cards, the things that they might have grown in their garden. This is South Carolina with an Victorian die cut in the corner, and a reference to First Battle of Civil War on April 1861. And here's these are cute. I just made these the other day. These little notebook. They look like old book covers. Very cute. Cutie, cute, cute. Here's an old label, some lace, and some beautiful pictures of roses. I'm sure there were roses in the garden. An absolute must in the day. Some lovely writing paper. Beautiful excerpt from a book. There's some old vintage ledger, 1902, very delicate paper. You can see what people bought back then. Very interesting. That will really tell you what life was like when you can see their shopping lists. It's actually one thing I've been adding to my own scrapbook journal as I've been saving a few receipts here and there, and I look back and I see what I bought. It's really kind of funny. You can see the phases you go through in life. This is a little doily booklet that I made with a little vintage trading card on the front. Trade cards are advertising cards from the Victorian era. And just some hand stamping, sewn, and that is removable. Okay, I'm going to flip the page just because I can. All right, here's a little upper and lower tuck, and this comes right out. Beautiful botanical illustration book page. Some stamping and washi on the inside. And these are two side tucks, easily removable receipt from, or I guess an Eastern Western Union. Didn't know there was an Eastern Union. Interesting. Oh, I love what this says. I have to read this to you. It says, we'll be home Wednesday morning. Apples sold for, I think that says $5. Apples sold at $5. $2. Sorry, $2. That's a lot for apples. All right. That was an important message to send. Sold the apples. Sold the apples. Okay. My grandfather had an apple farm, or apples were on there. They had an apple orchard on their farm years ago. Oh, this is a fun little page for extra journaling space. So basically, these all have little prompts, and they're little like flip ups, or they're all accordions actually, little accordion pages, giving you extra writing space. This one has a little extra bling on the top. More writing pages. And this one has a little cluster hanger on it with a button. There you go. And we have a little corner tuck here. Oh, who we got? Oh, we have this lovely couple. This actually is a picture from Germany. And she's in a little fabric side tuck here, or bottom tuck. There's a little tea card and some eco-dyed paper that I made. Prints from some flowers and leaves. More little props back there. Here's a picture from Leonardo Da Vinci. Very beautiful picture. The thickness of the paper from that book is amazing. And in the center we have a little purse. They were all about their fashion. Some ribbon down the side, some quotes. Here's a torn ledger page. And in here I just put this extra glassine bag with a starter piece of Victorian calling card, and that's for you to fill. Here is a little notebook, some extra stamping and some dyed papers. Tucks there. Oh, here's a handsome gent. Yes, looking very official, and he comes right out. And he's actually a little tearaway notebook with parchment paper and coffee dyed paper, so you can add little bits throughout your journal. Some old stamps and washi. And here's a triple upsy-downsy sideways flip. Flippity-flip, flippity-flip, flippity-flip to reveal this beautiful lady inside. Okay. A little Victorian die cut down here. Okay, but we negotiated, we fed, and we did everything we could, I promise you. Okay. All right, so what happens is the parrot squeaks, and then the dog reacts. So that's that little chain of events. Life at our house. Just a lovely book page I found. And here is a little belly band housing a receipt from 1902 and a note page for you to write on. Okay, in we go. And this is a beautiful little notebook inside for more writing space, and a lovely Victorian picture with a little pocket tuck back here for extra writing space. And I believe there's a date, 1840. This is a newer book, but not, but it did have that date on it. I thought that was nice. A little lower flower tuck there. And here's some old advertising. And we're going into the last and final signature. Yes. And, oh, work. Oh, no, 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 no. Okay. Oh, forgot to plug in my microphone. You can believe it. I've got it stuck to me. I hope you're hearing me through the phone. Okay. We'll cross our fingers. All right. Here's an old envelope from 1893 and a beautiful journaling card from public domain. And, okay, I can hear my husband's chair rolling around up there. He's going to remember I'm doing a video. Here's another little watercolor that I've included in an original. Flowers they may have seen in their garden. 2 side pockets here. And here is, these are attached by a brad, these library catalog cards. So these can open like that, so you can see the different books there. You can also journal on the back of those. Some old vintage music paper. And here's a lovely card with a note, a poem on the back, and some writing paper. And back here I just sprinkled some words, like falling words, to inspire you. Little playing card fabric corner tuck. Okay. This is another piece of art that I've put in here for you, an original. And here's a postcard, an alteration card, and a receipt. They probably didn't have those back then, but I'm sure they would have liked them. And a little quote there. And this is an upper lower, but this one's a little different because this is an actual little notebook that comes off. And the bottom one also comes off as well. There's some stamping behind here, the Great Masters. It's a page that's removable, and I just clipped the bottom one on so it doesn't fall off. And here is a flip up, and this houses some writing paper and a receipt from 1948, some stamping. And my goodness, 45 minutes. All right, move it. Okay, we have a receipt and another poem tucked in a fabric tuck. And here's another little notebook made out of old wallpaper and some different journaling pages. Some stenciling. Here's another little cascading, toppling tucks with little journaling cards on the inside and stamping. And here's a little tearaway booklet for you. And here's a little card that gives you room to write on the inside. This was fun. This is a little like angle cascade that I made out of this really neat parchment paper collection that I have, and that I thought would be really neat for a person to feel the different textures of the paper in here. Whoop, there we go. Bird tweet and hey, 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 my beloved. All right, here is some advertising of some well-worn shoes back in the day. And this lovely page, collage in the corner. And this is another parchment paper bag loaded with all sorts of goodies. I won't pull all those out, but I'll let you explore those. And here are some just little fun things. A tiny flashcard, a little notebook page, and a little writing space here in this tuck. And we have this beautiful giant image. This is a Victorian die cut from days gone by. Very beautiful. And this is a different design of the tucks. We have upper corner and lower corner housing this beautiful music paper. A scene from an old mansion. I believe this was in Ireland. Estate. Some more receipts in a side tuck. Oops. There we go. Some writing space. And upper tuck, I left that blank so you can put stuff in there. Here's some library card. Oh, here is a lovely old handwritten recipe for chocolate frosting, which is cooked. And on the back, you get a bonus lemon cloud pie. That's right, no space was wasted. And here's some beautiful Victorian trade cards. This is cute because the duck took her cracker, so she's very upset. Yes. And a picture of the garden. Some music paper. A book page from Paradise Lost. And the very back cover, which houses some calling card and a journaling card. And then we have this little tuck, which houses this beautiful receipt from 1916. And we have another little notebook here. Extra writing space. and a Victorian trade card and a poem. So there she is. If you like what you see, she is going to be available on my Etsy as soon as I upload her. And she's looking for a happy home, and she's a really great girl, and she holds lots of secrets and waiting for you to explore her. So have a wonderful day, everybody, and see you back at the Paper Outpost.